有个一零是古人我知道 ，That's why 古上下的我知道的古印度没人nói只有古一零是有没等错帮多帮车古，古有 Mayor 一month 哦，我们古就ไป我 meeting with Biden 被下来 at his house in DC。这个包头古咩爱呢？古只乎古我帮不古。Because I always talk so much, right? We are strong and resilient. We are smart. And we know how to survive. We all have one thing in common. And that is hard work, growing up with not much, and having to do a lot to make sure that we are successful.
Nung nó sinh nhớ ít tuần xài mua bình sử. Giờ này sai bị gần xài thì nhà chỉ mua bình sử nè. Thì mua lu hư trả cho là cho chua tụ giờ sợ là một cho để cho bị cả ýอย่างcủa sinh ra. Vậy thọ khoa sinh, congratulations.
นู่นน่ะไปตรวจสอบเถอะนายพลว่าปอรู้เจกันเดินนี่ปอย้อนเดินนอนนะ Vang Pao Elementary School ย้อนตัวเขารุ่นจง Fresno เดินนะรู้เจกันเดินนะอย่าแต่เธอรู้ย้อนตัวเขาได้เชื่อมีการเนาะแล้วเมื่อตีว่านายพลว่าปอรู้เจกันเดินอย่าย้อนตัวเขาแก่งกือมองจิตตัวมั่วด้วยอีโจแล้วเมื่อรู้เจกันเดินเราหมดตีเบว่ามองรู้อย่าเล่นเดินนายพลว่าปอรู้เนาะไปแสงกูป้าเทียเช่าหางถอดแล้ววัวรู้ใจนอนแล้วเทลีก็จะไปสั่งละมูเส้นยันต้องเดาจอกเก่าตัวผาลังแล้วเทียปอจงวัวรู้ใจนอนเมื่อตีในผลว่าปอลุ่มเบยอย่าเล่นเดินหุ่นนอย่าอินู historical วิเคราะห์ที่เชงท่อนี่อย่าอีตุนชายลัวไปเจ้าชายชงละมูชิตุยังวัวอีตุเจ้าเมืองยอดจอโอเกลนด์แคลิฟอร์เนียนู่นนอนเลยเที่ยจะไปเสียงห้องยอดจอรู้จอเฟรสโนนเที่ยอยู่ตัวอีลูกงเชงยงเชียขี้เตยตัวหนึ่งยอดรู้เจนเดออุชาลองเดอนออีเพลเปเจียเจ้าในมุชัยเดอเที่ยจิตาลินเดอยเจ้าในมุนจอเมย์เชงท่อถ่าเอาไปหล่อเที่ยหายจอคอเดียหนึ่งเราว่าตัวเจ้าเมืองตัวอีลูลีนอหนึ่งเกิดตัวรัชีเจยันเดอกูจอยเจ้าในหลักเทียมจินเดอรู้เจนอหายเดียในผมว่าปอรู้ใจกันเดาเนี่ยตัวเฟรชโนนอยากเธอรู้ว่าจีมัวเนี่ยตัวรู้ได้เฉยมีการนอเทียเนี่ยตัวของเดียเตะก็ในปอนู่นนอไปจะในหมู่ใช่เราใช่เลยว่าได้จีเนี่ยตัวต่อไปชินจีดัวก็เราว่าตัวเมย์ตัวอีลูลีนอเจ้าลิจ่า How do you feel
ก็บอกจากกูจันเตนะแต่กูยิ่ง emotional ฮะกู知道สาหัสแต่กูยัง emotional บอกกู emotional จากนู้นเองกูจันเต because all I could think about ยากุน่าฮะกูจีแต่พวกคลาแต่รอเตตัวแต่ไทยเตแต่พวกคลาแต่ไทยเตตัวแต่มีกาเตแต่จะมัวเก่าตัวมีนัวแต่รู้ในนั้นยังยัวเฮงแต่ชีพวกจะyou know พวกจะต้องบอกชัวร์แต่พวกยังมัวตัว daughter อย่าไปว่าตัว mayor นะ and so จีโอหอซื้อกูจะสั่งจูกูตู้ฮะกูอย่าอีออนไลน์ซื้อแต่จะไปจนมันเนี่ยน้องหมอแต่นะ so กูฮะกูตู้ we've come a long way แต่ชีอีมาฟโนนะ more emergency more because มันทางดาวแต่มัวจะไปจะ open emergency operation center ฮะจีโอหอซื้อไปจะ more different public safety crisis too right ฮะมัวจะ more mass shooting เนี่ยแต่ Oakland ฮะกูอีหลี or mayors นะแต่ where I had to make a lot of strong decisions about leadership about Lu City นะแต่ชีกูยังบอกแต่ because of my whole life experience นะ I was ready for the job and so we've been able to be very successful in decision making on the job for 1 month.
So what have you learned in a month?
So what I've learned is that about it's not about you ilang su. It's never you go by Hmong values, na. You ilang also you just have ilus team it's a very strong team. So I put together a very strong team of about 12 people on my staff, and you know it includes attorneys and includes like safety professionals and education professionals, and it is through gulu team na make decisions together. So I always bring gulu Hmong values when I lead the city.
When you took over the job, there are a lot of unfinished business for you. Have you started the one thing that you really want to start? Have you started that?
Actually, we just started last week because Yes, a lot of unfinished businesses, right? But that you know, bit investigation to bit the police chief. Your unfinished business from the last administration. So could I take care of that she last week I was able to meet with a lot of funders, so that I can make sure the Gulu Legacy Project, which is transitional age youth hub to fund Gulu Legacy Project, not the city of Oakland. And so Lu meeting hall, it was very successful. And so I'm excited to share more with you in the future.
I heard a little bit about the police chief. How's that going? Is that been resolved? They do call that on it.
This upcoming week, not they finalize the decision that she know they about the Oakland federal oversight, right? So oversee the federal government has oversight over the city of Oakland for Ningo Ishangwa. And so optimistic that under Gulu leadership oversight. And then part of that too, had that decide what we're gonna do with the police chief. The federal government investigate they look at all the different allegations. Look at all the different the allegations that were sustained that new and see how we move forward next. That she could always make a decision. Again, more each commissioners make a decision together. But ultimately, decision.
Okay.
And so that is coming up this week.
Last question. City Hall hasn't been open, but the City Hall.
In your case, labor unions, workers that your case. So City Hall will be opening come mid-February. We are the last city in California to reopen the City Hall. So that's when it's going to open.
Okay, good. Thank you for your time.
Of course. Thank you so much.
Sure.
Oh, say, can you see? By the dawn's early light, was so proudly we hailed at the twilight last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and rockets reckless, the bombs bursting in air gave proof to the night that the flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave. Thank you so much for having me. It's been an honor. Thank you.
Bây giờ tôi sơ tụng thầy mấy sự là trên ở trên trường còn khó xử lý cho tuần đế cho bé sự vô hử nhớ tổ lưu dòng ông bèn chụp thua trả nền còn lo rộn chê còn lưu dòng tỏ lưu dòng ông bèn tỏ mòn nó mò hồ từ bát chí chí còn bên thầy mấy Sheng Thao nó lưu xua lưu bề đó còn tỏ chỉ pha tế chủ chiếu rất là to.
，Mayor Sheng Thao, welcome to Fresno. Thank you for joining our Fresno Hmong community for this historical reception for the Mayor of Oakland, our very own, daughter of Hmong refugees, Sheng Thao. Thank you, and God bless everyone.
Cho nên thì cái tin rằng họ thế chùa tụ lo tụ dầu ta tí gì nếu nó vậy nó chuyển trên một phát展的chỉ nên mong Mayor Sheng các sở的背包各有独梦梦在梦找了在这个我群度他们不了解我都被什么学的了就叫多这里包的好的要找梦要让他各种学也被学的我这种学到Mayor Sheng
You know, it's my honor to be able to be here today to represent the city of Fresno as we recognize somebody who needs to be honored, and that is Mayor Sheng Thao. I have grown to love her, not like her, but love her in the time that I've known her. From the first time that she ran for city council in Oakland and won, and now to be a 37-year-old female Hmong mayor in the city of Oakland, that is worthy of recognition. Sheng, you represent not only yourself, as you know, and your children, but you also represent the entire Hmong community, not just in Oakland, but throughout the United States. And you have to know this. You are loved in Fresno, and you are welcome to come here anytime. And we will welcome you just like this. So let me just share this about Sheng, because we were in Washington, D.C. a couple of weeks ago as at a U.S. Conference of Mayors. She is a mover and a shaker, and it is true. It is, I believe it's education plus who you know. And Sheng knows people, and she is going to, this is her first stop, I'm confident, to bigger and better things in politics. And the reason is because she's magnetic. People gravitate to her. She has a magnetic personality, a magnetic smile. There's something about her that draws you to her. And she's also, she has humility. She has humility because she comes from humble beginnings. She understands the importance of food insecurity. She understands the importance of homelessness. Why? Because she was there. She grew up like that as a young child. She understands the importance of education. She understands the issue that is confronting us today throughout California, and Oakland, and Fresno, and across the United States. And that is an issue of a shortage of housing and affordable housing. She understands that because she lived it. And that's why she's so passionate. That's why she's so driven. Driven to serve the people, not herself. And I know that about her, and that's exactly what we need in office today. She understands it's hard to get elected, but it's harder to govern as an executive. Why? Because we live sometimes in a divided country, in a divided community, and we have extremism, and sometimes that extremism keeps us from coming together, working together, and achieving those things for the people in which we serve. She knows how to navigate the middle and to get there. And she also understands the difficulties and challenges of being a mayor, that the needs are many, and the demands are great. The Bible says those entrusted with much are much is expected. I believe that Mayor Sheng Thao will be able to rise up and be able to meet those expectations. And I want to close with just a couple of things. I've always believed that it's okay to think highly of the position you hold, but never too highly of yourself in that position. She believes that because I've seen her practice that. And it's because of the humility that she has in her life. And a famous basketball coach once said, John Wooden, although it is hard work that will get you to the top, it is character that will keep you there. Mayor Sheng Thao has incredible character. And so I want you to know, Sheng, that I believe in you. I believe in you as a person. I believe in you as a fellow mayor. I love you. I support you. If there's anything I can ever do for you or the city of Fresno can ever do for you. We are there for you. We believe in you and we love you. God bless you and thank you for everything you're going to do.
Now therefore be it resolved that we, the Mayor Jared Dyer and the Fresno City Council, recognize the sacrifices and decades of service the Mayor Thao has demonstrated on behalf of the City of Fresno, and do hereby honor Mayor Sheng Thao.
Lưu tầm nẻng là lưu thái độ nó như chỉ qua ít tù do break of nó cái the first woman break this barrier cái the first woman tao maybe challenge tao giải lúc mình bỏ cho mình nó để mong chỉ một cái cử tụ quan điểm tao lo cho mình nó lo tí chuyện hay tụ cho mình na tụ này bán cái chỉ mua na tụ village head cái chỉ mua na mà cái tụ mua mong cái tụ mua bánh sứ cái tụ rong sắp đó cho mình biết không còn nó thì cái tụ bé khóa thì bé rong xe sắp rồi có thử rong chia bé trồng thái là cái bé đi tụ tròn sắp mong giờ tháo một chờ cái này thấy cái gì nụ máy thọ và nayอยู่tàu ít trồng thái rồi đâu nè sắp cứ trồng rồi nè xã tầm không luôn vô chợ không theo món nào hồ vô chợ không theo tàu nào lâu nó cái chữ một rổ xí tân nhiên nó xí tân nhiên thiệt xí nhiên tiền tàu lên tàu là nhất thế chứ nó thiệt xí này chủ tàu mua rồi thọ với theo tàu nhiên thiệt xí này để cô hải đi đâu sẽ thầu trồng tàu.
The SGU veterans and family of California, we are proud of you. You have done a great job, and we will keep you in our prayer to make sure you're successful in your new responsibilities and challenges. We are behind you.
Mayor Sheng Thao, in recognition of your momentous achievement to serve the people of Oakland, the SGU veterans and families of California salute and congratulate you. Your character and moral compass truly reflect your commitment to uphold the highest work ethic, empower others to do their best, promote continuous improvement, foster teamwork, and communicate openly. The SGU veterans and families of California are proud of you. February 4th, 2023.
When the school was dedicated as General Vang Pao Elementary School, I was serving on the Fresno City Council, and I was invited to be at the dedication and ribbon cutting for the school, since I represented this area of the Fresno City Council. And then today, for me, is another great moment. We're honoring the mayor of Oakland, Sheng Thao. Mayor, welcome to Fresno County. You know, in Spanish we have a saying when we welcome friends, family to our house. And the saying is, "Mi casa es su casa," which means our home is your home. You have family here and a lot of friends, I can see that. The honor that I have to present to you today on behalf of the County of Fresno, Mayor Dyer referenced the city of Fresno, but that's only a small part of the county. So now we're going to expand it. We'll be expanding it. And Mayor, it's my honor to present you with a proclamation from the County of Fresno. Many things have been said today about your life and all your achievements. So I'm just going to read a small part of the proclamation that I'll be presenting to you. And it states, "Now therefore be it resolved that the Fresno County Board of Supervisor Chairman Sal Quintero welcomes Mayor Sheng Thao to Fresno, where our house is your house, and hereby we're proclaiming today in Fresno County, which is a lot bigger, as Sheng Thao Day in Fresno County. And it's your day. The last words I want to say, Mayor, is you've defied the odds in life in your journey to being Mayor of Oakland. And we hope and look forward to good fortune following you the rest of your days. May the sun shine on your journey. May your story continue to be told for many generations. Truly a great achievement. Congratulations.
We pay respect to the soldiers and the elders that brought us to this country that has provided us so much opportunity. But I want to take a moment to acknowledge the women who had children along the way, who squatted in the jungles and gave birth, and then had to pick up their newborn child and continue along the way. I want to acknowledge the mothers in the refugee camps that had to figure out how to feed their children. I want to acknowledge the women who, as the soldiers and their husbands were coming home, had to care for them because they were wounded. And so for those reasons, I am going to ask all of my sisters and all of the women to join me on stage as I say my words and my blessing to you. So, cái số này tôi sợ số nó đó, cái số này là hai điều chỉnh chính là bây giờ tôi xin nước nó đó, cũng bỏ hai điều bé cái bao nhiêu họ nói những cái chỉnh chính hành đó, cái cú sa cái bé số này cái bao nhiêu là sợ số nó. We are going to take this moment to acknowledge all the women on this stage, and I'd like the men to give us a round of applause for our hard work and for putting it down for our community. My sister Sheng, I say this to you. Thank you for not allowing labels to define who you are. Thank you for not allowing the label of being a single mother, of being poor, of being a daughter to refugees, define who you are. This is a moment that all of us on this stage, whether we are black, brown, Hmong, Lao, Vietnamese, we share in this moment with you as sisters because we know how significant this is. You have shattered glass ceilings and you have opened the doors for our daughters. So many times we have heard, and my mother used to say it all the time too, bless her heart. She would always say, when you get older, when you get married, choose a good partner. And then you start thinking that your life is just defined by your marriage and who you marry. But it is not. You can be married and still climb. You can be a single mother and still climb. You can be a divorcee and still climb. And that's what you have proved to us. I also want to take the time to acknowledge a very important person. Well, we're all important, but Dr. Vicky Zhang is the first Hmong clan leader. So, and I'm very lucky because she is the clan leader for the lore. So I'm very lucky, and to my grandpa who supports her. So I want to So I'm going to turn the microphone over to Dr. Vicky in case she says a few words. But Chúa lấy cần tới, Chúa lấy lưu lấy nhiều lần xí, Chúa lấy mua game bao số này thì có biết chơi biết dân xài nữa, ok? Biết chơi biết cái tu thiệt, đó là biết bao ở bên nhà hay tiệt, cho cái ở bên nhà là chỉ dùng gì đó, ok? Cú chỉ hay là biết cái bên nhà số nói những bao nữa, ok? Cái này số được bỏ thì thầu thì biết tôi cho nó mà giờ chỉ nên tuôn lâu xíu. bây giờ bọn nhà chụp chụp từ thiên sợ mà nhớ sợ nó xem lúc nói cho bên lúc đó được học bên cùng xài bên từ nhà lâu bên từ nhà tua nửa tàu là cái bên sợ đời tàu á. Right, so thank you, Judge Bác Hoa. Nhớ xong của nhà trái danh lâu nữa, lúc đó lúc bê một gì nữa, okay? So của nhà Dr. Vicky Xiong Lo của hiện tại đồ Clovis Unified. This is going to professor in Fresno State. Cô trong xia hay để cô tàu sai là qua từ day sinh đâu chỉ định mong lâu ở Fresno đó. Alright, hôm đó có ít kho chọn trả cá nào này, nay cho bắt than họ có cô hỏi nay cô hử nay, giờ chỉ muốn đi tụ bọn niên là đó nên stop bắt than à, okay? So nay có chủ sai nay cho bọn niên trần kinh. Ít kho trailblazer của xa còn nè thầu nè cho nè thằng lợi chơi nè là một hai lù đó thọ nè tuổi nè tụi bọn nè tệ là một hai lù đó giờ chỉ muốn lợi chỉ muốn nè thì bây giờ bọn nè giờ chỉ muốn nè chỉ muốn bé thế nào ấy cũng trong xia hay là cũng yêu đâu chỉ nên sinh sống nữa cũng không sống cũng chỉ mua phèn là một tuổi cũng chỉ chỉ nên đó chỉ cũng chỉ mua phèn là tuổi chỉ không lâu chỉ nên mà cũng trong xia thì thầu quan châu đâu không lâu đó chỉ quan châu đâu tan thọ cổ xa sinh thì đâu họ vì bây giờ cứ tin anh cha, ok? Bây một đôi sinh đôi sẻ, nung nọ sinh nhớ ít tuần xài mua bình sử, giờ này sai bị gần xài thì anh chỉ mua bình sử nè, thì mua lu hư trả cho là, Tswv tụi giờ sợ là một cho thì thì bị cả ý hàng đồ sinh đó, vậy thọ khoa sinh, congratulations. Thì bây giờ đâu có đi hai ba hoa hài nè, bây giờ phần nhẹ thì bây giờ bao giờ cái chọn nhẹ vấn đề, vì bây chọn nhẹ giàu là bây cái lý môn lúc xí hở là sợ sống nọ, ấy còn bây ý tu trái ý tu nè, cú giờ nhẹ lâu cú giờ tu nên tệ, nên giờ nhẹ lúa nên tu cho giàu tệ, ấy ý tiệt qua thâu ý tiệt còn bây giờ xài cho nhẹ, còn bây hai dạng món mình mỏ chăn nó nọ mù, qua châu nó thọ có vắt chữ phòng công phòng đâu biết cho lên cho tu nè, alright.
We all have the same stories. Gulu story, it's not unique cho cú sư. Bây giờ cho your mom, bây giờ bao how it feels like to grow up with not a lot. Some of us was born in Laos, some of us born in Thailand, some of us born here in the United States. We all have one thing in common, and that is hard work, growing up with not much, and having to do a lot to make sure that we are successful. One thing that my father and mother has taught me through all the craziness, even when it was hard to be Hmong American at home and then to just be American at school, that was very hard to understand the differences. But one thing remains, and one thing always remained, is that my mom and dad taught me strong Hmong values. And it is through those Hmong values of always supporting community, always lifting up others while you are climbing the ladder. It is those values that is why I am here today. Earlier, Mayor Dyer said that I am very humble. I am very humble because I remember where I come from. I remember what it's like to struggle. I still struggle to this day. I see my parents still struggling because so many policies and laws here in the United States, they don't let us children take care of our parents. Did you know that because of policy, that even though I am the mayor of Oakland, if my parents came and lived with me, that I still couldn't put them on my health care benefits? So how is it that we are okay to, or ever okay, in this system that continues to not work to help those who need help the most? And that is why I do this work. This work I call love work. Sean busted me out earlier and told everybody how much I make. He thinks
it's funny. But guess what? No amount of money is enough to do the kind of work that we do when we are elected officials. I do this work because I think about my dad, I think about you, I think about you, I think about all of the families that should be provided better health care, that should be provided affordable housing, that should be provided safe streets and safe parks, that should be provided the feeling of feeling like I belong. That's why I do this work. Because kapag talk mi aina, because I always talk so much, right? Yes, see? All the time. The she, that was built into my DNA. It's who I am. Kapag Hmong people, we are resilient. We are strong. Why is that? Culture. We will not stray from our culture because we are proud of our culture. Yes, the she they are resilient people. We know how to survive. And that is what I have in me. So when I run my campaign and people, they look at me, they say, oh, this little girl, she's always laughing and smiling. Oh, she doesn't have it in her to be mayor. That's because they underestimate us. They underestimate us all the time, but that's okay. Because that is our superpower. When they underestimate us, we surpass them. And that is what happens because we are strong and resilient, we are smart, and we know how to survive. But the reason why we get elected, we as Hmong people get elected, is because of our Hmong values. Our values of community first. Our values of knowing that even though we don't have a lot, there is someone else who has less. So we must help them. That is our Hmong values in a nutshell. And that is why we become leaders. That is why we become elected. And that is why I know I will not be the last. Because I am going to lift up my Hmong brothers and sisters to make sure that I am not the last. Because I believe that you'll be more Hmong leaders, then the rest of the world will be better by it, because we are so entrenched in our values of community, of family. You know, I represent the city of Oakland, but as you saw today, I'm very good friends with Mayor Dyer, very good friends. And so just because mayor, I am your mayor, because every single time go by Lu City and Mong, always had that, I want to meet the mayor. Even before I was the mayor, we are council members, and I always wanted to meet the leaders that represent my Hmong people. And when I go and meet with these representatives, they know how serious I am, because they understand that after just talking to me from one conversation, how powerful the Hmong community can be in support against them or in opposition against them. And I don't play when it comes to my Hmong family, and all of you guys are my Hmong family. And so I'm happy that the supervisor was here. I'm happy that Mayor Dyer was here. I'm happy that all the council members were here. And I stand here to tell you that I will work with them. I will work with them to ensure that your voices are heard here in the city of Fresno, in Sacramento, in Wisconsin, in Minnesota, in Washington, D.C., where I have already met your mayor, 1 month. Cú just by one meeting with Biden, at his house in D.C. I believe that I am the only Hmong person to get a meeting with Biden, the President of the United States, to have a 45-minute conversation. And what did I talk about? Yes, I talked about Oakland and how we need more funding for homelessness and public safety and our roads and our streets. But of course, I talked about our Hmong people and how I want to support him in him supporting our Hmong people, not only here in California, but in Wisconsin, in Minnesota, in Oklahoma, in Georgia. And so we're going to continue the conversations. But more so than that, I am good friends with Vice President Kamala Harris. She is from Oakland, California. She was born and raised there, so she comes back home quite often. I am a young leader. I have a long way to go. But again, I can't do this work. That's why we sang that that we ying do mayor no na chỉ có ý lệnh gì, giờ mấy tên cho bán tua bán thở cụ cho bảo mấy chơi mò, cho cụ ở mấy chơi mò giờ go, ở bây giờ cậu giờ mấy cái nhiều tuột thở cụ sư, cụ chỉ represent mấy tầm mấy đứa city, the she may believe in cụ, and that's why mấy lấy bán thở chú with nhẹ, thở with pride, giờ chỉ muốn mấy na. The king watched out mayor, who had a young guy, who yin bao hong. Your Jimo to brother Rein or by help go support go the Wisconsin, the Minnesota, the here in California, yin your Jimo or mayor. Bay blood they joke with the brother Rein. With the brother Rein, or Halina Nona, New Han Yang Rea, Han Chasing, Han Yachasing. Wait, where is Chasing? Chasing, come on up. You could chimua, brother Ray, Yang Chasing, Han Chasing, Han Lonyansi, Lonti Nona, Lonti, you need to come up here too. Get up here. There's too many men up here. Come on, you come up. I won't tell the other two because they won't come anyway. They don't listen to me. But you chimua Lonti, chimua Ray, Han chimua Chasing, Han Yang Chasing, Han Yang Ray. You know why? Because Guni. Brother Rein or you bao Kang Hao, you bao Hmong culture. Ni Malay teach go Hmong culture. Now they go bao Hmong culture. They go Malay teach the bunch of young people Hmong culture. You chimo lunti. They go hinch bao Rein. That's why it's very important that bit more each of young people have that what's that power politics. That Bumo Ilu team, your blue winning team here. This is my winning team. This is my ace right here. But or bangu ban sakura or for free but volunteer but they tans. But your more family that che more million down. More kapu more job do no more all new jobs. That she but without them, I couldn't do it. They volunteer their time and it's so many hours. Just like Brother Ray and Chasing and their wives, they came here early in the morning to help set up all these tables and help with the food. And so I just want to acknowledge in this moment a round of applause for Chasing's wife, Ray's wife, and Lunti. I also want to say thank you so much for everyone who helped cook and helped make this a success. It doesn't only take a few people, it takes a whole community. And that's what I love about the Hmong community. I actually have a bias. I love my Hmong sisters the most. My Hmong sisters, I love each and every single one of you. You guys are the strength that I look up to. You guys whip up the food like it's nothing, put out the tables like it's nothing. And you're always behind the scenes, and I thank you for that. Go sisters! Go sisters! Also, I want to say, of course, thank you so much to the Fresno family. The Fresno's leaders here that thought enough about me to actually throw me this party. And it means the world to me that you guys are honoring me. But Lu Party, it isn't about me, it is you guys. Oh, see, I still call him E instead of Z. Is that right? Yeah.
No problem.
No problem. He says no problem. But, you know, yes, I went through a lot in my life. I was homeless, you know, domestic violence, relationships, single mom. But those are my superpowers. Superpowers because we use good experience na. When I talk about it, look, I get it. You know, there's a lot of unhoused homeless people, but we have to take down the tents. You know why? Because I know that when I was homeless, I don't want to live in a tent. It's too cold. I want to live in a house. I need to build more affordable housing. You know, and so we need to take the tents down and get people into housing. That's my superpower, my experience. Gucci embarrassed about what I've gone through. We never need to be embarrassed about what we've gone through because that is what makes us us. And that's what makes us special. And I am mayor of Oakland, the Hmong mayor as well. Always will be. Thank you. I love you guys. I'm gonna have my dad speak for a couple of minutes.
Mayor Sheng Thao, Colombe Guano Mai, Sheng Thao, Jafford Lua, Coreno, Gua Joe Tantomi, Sorin Soto, who can go to John, you saw that Maria Stau, the Guhajo Tana, Wahalu, the main picture, me a John, what you don't know. Who had to me at tôi nói mà chỉ hàng món thọ chờ món chôm chờ món vàng chỉ mua món này món khác đây món để tặng đó để tôi tụi món thọ cái gì đồ họ tự lực cái gì tôi tụi món luôn là của nó tụi của tôi này tàu hà ta có một bác mình cả câu họ được cho mình cả số này cả chút chùa bây giờ mong do mà chỉ sự nó luôn luôn nó vô cái đó mình một chút gì mình chỉ một thằng mình thử mà mình một chút thôi gì mình chỉ một mình thử mình cho chút thôi gì của tung xa nơi ấy tụi mình thử cho mình cả số này như tao mình cả là như bao trả nhiều quá như tầng thọ bút cho thọ bây giờ chẳng tụi nó nhiều mong nó bút cho ta tụi nó nhiều mình cả tụi nó luôn thì giờ đấy bây giờ tầng thọ lỗ cho tụi nó mình sẽ giờ YouTube để bây giờ tại mỗi những tuần thầy mong tàu lúa tụi mình giờ cho tới giờ nó rồi thì giờ lên đó thì tuần thầy nói giờ tụi mình thử em một tí cho cụ tua cho cụ thì tuần thầy đã có đi chăng thì có cụ để họ này tuần thầy nói giờ hạ đi chăng thì có hạ để họ bi cho mong ha po cho bi thì giờ tôi này đã rồi bây giờ của tôi này một chỉ một tôi giảm một không một tôi giảm mà của mua kỹ chạy mua chỗ kỹ chạy xây nhà thôn ra của nhà thôn ra khó nó được một trong những chia mình phải kia nó sẽ của mình là sao thu xe trở thành như chuyên gia tàu là mình sao thu xe vì thường hàng cho cũ là cũng như thì mình cho cười má mẹ cười lên hơn mình sai đó qua cho các tàu ít từ mình giờ rồi mà tôi nhớ tôi lúa mà có tôi nhớ tôi lúa nó là cũng hàng cho các cái lúa do các cái hạt cái lúa các hạt cho hạt làm tàu là hạt ô đây nó tụi tú vừa là mua tụi nhẹ vừa là mua cho mình cả nó qua tụi tú vừa là mua tụi nhẹ vừa là mua qua như nó cho vừa thì hà lúa tôi lúaที่อยากต้องหาเราที่ต้องหาเราสหายว่าได้หน่วยชาลีทางเดียถ้าหมู่ยงแต่รู้ว่าเป็นสิ่งจอหนูโหที่จอมงหนูถึงก็หมู่หรือจุดต่อเมกาเราจอมงได้ก็รู้ตัวด้วยว่าได้หนูกูไม่ชนเราถ้าจะแบบกูจะหาได้หนูซะว่าได้ถือว่าชนเราเนอะว่าชนคนนี้ตัว tôi đã tôi học thì mà đi tôi tăng thứ hai tháng mà cũng có tuần đầu tôi ngồi lên nơi mà
必须得做，我给用先做被读我先套，我个都我一读没有了，给被做个被用先天套个做，那看见用天，我那我举个，我早被记得了，OK， 现在必须得做啥？用先呢，做到了。
cô đào hư, đào có đào cô đào